A little after 3:30 p.m. local time yesterday, a gunman walked into an outlet mall in Allen, Texas, and opened fire. 9 people, including the shooter, are dead. Just in the last few minutes, President Biden released a statement saying the gunman was wearing tactical gear and armed with an AR-15 style assault weapon. In Texas alone, the list of communities impacted by mass gun violence is horrifying in length. Fort Hood and Sutherland Springs, Santa Fe and El Paso, Midland, Odessa, Uvalde a year ago this month, the small town of Cleveland just 9 days ago, and now Allen. 8 people killed for the crime of going shopping on a Saturday afternoon. It's yet another reminder of why many of us don't feel safe from guns anywhere. Every time my kids, age 5 and 7, walk out the door these days, I am scared to death for their safety. And I know I am not alone. If you don't feel safe at schools or places of worship, you are not alone either. If you don't feel safe at grocery stores or parades or movie theaters, you're not alone. And if you don't feel safe at shopping malls, you are not alone. And if you are sick of being told that calling for change is politicizing tragedy, you are definitely not alone. The issue here is not about you being outraged or fearing for your own life and the lives of loved ones. The problem is not you calling for change and for leaders to actually do something. The people politicizing tragedy here are not the people calling for change. The people politicizing tragedy are those fighting against change. And unfortunately, Texas is a prime example. Here's what Governor Abbott had to say at an NRA convention held in Texas just days after the shooting in Uvalde last year.
Remember this. There are thousands of laws on the books across the country that limit the owning or using of firearms. Laws that have not stopped madmen from carrying out evil acts on innocent people in peaceful communities.
So clearly, Governor Abbott felt pretty good about the gun laws in his state at that time. And boy, has he continued to make the NRA proud. Texas doesn't require a person to pass a criminal background check before buying a gun from an unlicensed seller. Texas does not require you to obtain a license before carrying a handgun in public. And not to be outdone, Greg Abbott's pals in the United States Senate have worked hard to keep the NRA in their good graces as well.
This is not an excuse to infringe the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. Doing that will do nothing to fix tragedies like this.
Inevitably, when there's a murder of this kind, you see politicians try to politicize it. You see Democrats and a lot of folks in the media whose immediate solution is to try to restrict the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens. That doesn't work. It's not effective. It doesn't prevent crime.
And guess what? They both have sterling A ratings from the NRA to show for it. And yes, they've always have the right words to say for the base. They always have the right talking points, plenty of thoughts and prayers, and calls for outraged citizens not to talk politics. But when families have suffered, when communities are reeling as they are in Allen today, refusing to act to protect the people in your state out of fear of your base of support is politicizing tragedy. Refusing to support common sense gun reform measures because you fear losing your A rating with the NRA is politicizing tragedy. So don't be muzzled by the people who accuse you of politicizing a mass shooting when you call for change. They want you to be silent, and they want you to let this slip from the headlines so that they can go back to being comfortable instead of politically courageous.